video, I'm going to show you how to use the AlphaFold API in order to download structure files for a list of uniprodic session numbers. So you have a list of uniprodic session numbers. You want to get the AlphaFold predicted structures. So these are de novo predicted structures on AlphaFold from the AlphaFold database. But you don't want to actually go to the database, to their web server to download them. You want to download them directly into Python, or like directly using Python. So in order to do this, we're going to use the requests library. So we're going to do import requests, and then we're going to define a new function. And this new function called download AF model is going to take one parameter, and that parameter is the accession number. So in other words, whenever we have a list of accession numbers, we're going to have to call this function for every one of those accession numbers. And this function is going to build a GET request using both the base URL for the API at AlphaFold, as well as the structure for the file name. So you're going to be downloading a file name, and only part of that file name is the accession number. So we're going to build that file name, and then we're going to put it together with the base URL to get the entire GET request. Then we're going to use a try except block to retrieve a response using this GET request. So if the response, if we get a status code of 200, that means that it was successful, that the structure for the respective accession number exists. And then in that case, we're going to return the text of the response, which is the structure itself. So it's the PDB file. If we get something other than 200 for the response code, then those are error codes. And in that case, we're going to return this variable here we're calling bad output. And it's going to start out with error code, and then it's going to actually have the error code in there. And then it's going to have the accession number, and it's going to say not downloaded. So, and then if we have any exceptions, so a problem locally with the request, then we're going to have a bad request variable here that's going to say request for whatever accession number it was failed. So that's the function that we're going to use. The biggest part of that function is this GET request and how we put it together, because that's what directs us to the right model on the AlphaFold or with the AlphaFold API. So we need a list of accession numbers. So you may have a list of accession numbers for different proteins that you're studying. In this case, I just got 3 accession numbers for alpha-actinins. And I put them together as a list. They need to be strings. So the accession number list is a list of 3 strings in this case, and those 3 strings are 3 uniprod accession numbers. You then need to set an output directory. So in my case, I'm just going to store the new PDB files, the structure files, into my downloads directory. And then you can set up a loop. So we're going to use a for loop to loop through each one of these accession numbers here. Call the function to retrieve the model, and then create a new file that actually is the model. And then part of that file name for that file is going to be the accession number. So it's going to be the accession number followed by underscore alphafoldmodel.pdb is going to be the name of the file. So in this case, we should make 3 structure files, and then we're going to write those structure files to the output directory. So just to show you how that works, Control and Enter to execute the script. It takes just a couple of seconds. We didn't have any errors, so now we're going to go to my downloads directory, and in my downloads directory you'll see the 3 models. Let's open one of the models, and this is what a PDB file looks like. So the actual structure of the model is contained in these lines that start with atoms. So these are the coordinates for each one of these atoms. So that's what builds the structure. So we have the other two models also here. So in this case, 3 models. You could download 3,000 models if you wanted to. But this is how you download structures from the AlphaFold database using the AlphaFold API. I hope this helps you out. I hope it gets you a little further down the line. If you liked the video, if it's helpful to you, please like it on Facebook or on YouTube, excuse me. And if you would, subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.